Just across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside Metlife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. On the visitor sideline, the Bills head coach Sean McDermott. This guy stuck in a fierce battle last week in the game that ended up a tie. Opposite him, the Jets' Aaron Glenn. This guy's come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one of... So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olson here in the booth. Should be a wet one, and off we go from Metlife Stadium. On the return, this is strong. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Bills offense are heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
I think in today's modern NFL, if you had the ability to create a quarterback and all the qualities that come along with it, Josh Allen's at or near the top of the list. And what I mean by that, Mike, is he's big, he's mobile, he can run to escape, but he can also run as a designed option. And then, of course, in the passing game, he can make every throw. He's smart. He elevates those around him. The last piece of the puzzle, can he get over the hump and have that postseason success to really put him in that upper echelon category?
Allen now on second down. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the gun, throw here for Allen. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive and keep your offense on the field.
Here's Gibson to return. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. So here come the Jets. Their ever-changing quarterback carousel stops on Justin Fields, the 26-year-old. Remember, the Bears' first-round pick back in 2021 out of Ohio State.
In last week's game, the opponent just really neutralized him and, frankly, this entire passing game. Nobody was open. When they were, he missed some throws. Offensive line had some protection issues. It just overall was a poor performance. So they understand if they're going to come into today's game and have some success, they've got to find a way to get some explosive production and some efficiency out of this passing game.
The run on first down was good for 7, and it's 2nd and 3. Another run here with Paul. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On third down, it's Allen.
0, Braylon Allen, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. This brought in out past the 20. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The Bills offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep.
Elijah Moore, the ball carrier. Will McDonald.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
They'll set up the screen to Cook. He's going to force his way for a yard or two, but looks like this one's going to be coming back.
Holding offense.
That's on the veteran, Dion Dawkins. Throwing on second down. It's Allen. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws, and that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
Here's Brad Robbins now, and John's to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. That's taken at about the 14, and he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Jets offense about ready to get going on their second possession. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that first down play.
At the 22-yard line. Brings up second down.
One of the tight ends in motion right. On second down, they run with Allen. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Holding offense.
A carry here for Allen. And he's going to have just a couple here, but there is a marker on the field as well.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Now a second down throw for Fields. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
So I'm not really sure if that would have mattered, Mike. I don't think they were going to have enough to pick up the first down either way. But at least if that ball's completed, third down's just a little bit more manageable. Because now after the incomplete, they find themselves in third and pass.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. Greg Russo, he gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Bills' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They've had it twice and they've punted twice, still seeking that first down of the game as they begin this third drive. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. James Cook, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. On comes with the punter now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no first downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 3. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They'll go again with Hall. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Jets first down.
On the handoff, it's Allen. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Line of scrimmage.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
That's caught. It's Braylon Allen. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, third and 5.
Brings up third and 5.
Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. From the shotgun, it's Fields.
The pass. He was run down by Gregory Rousseau. A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Here's Austin McNamara now, as he's on to punt for the Jets. Returnable from the 17. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. He'll push forward for about a yard. It was Andre Cisco there to bring him down. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 9. From the gun, Josh Allen. 25 yards, the pickup there. First down, Buffalo.
25 yards on the play. That's good for a Bills first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Buffalo.
And I think this is going to be a matchup they exploit the rest of the game. They go to it here early to test it. And I think with those results, it's something they should continue to come back to, because I'm not sure the defense has a matchup for that running back.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. But there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. From the gun, here is Allen. He's got the connection there. It's Joshua Palmer. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. They get the tackle out of Northern Iowa, Spencer Brown. Now a designed run. It's Allen. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
And you can tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
To the air on second down. Here's Allen. Catch to the left side. Taken in by Coleman. And they'll get about 8 out of that one. But still a little work to do now on third down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. He'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
No return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Jets offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Again, here's Hall. Putting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On the run, here's Hall. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Taylor Rapp is there to stop it.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They put Wilson in motion. Fields from the gun on third down. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Here's Austin McNamara now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Bills offense headed back to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On 2nd down, Allen. He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
And the Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. Allen going to give it to Cook. Now Cook loses the football. And the Jets come up with the takeaway.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Now it's Allen. Looking middle, he's got it complete to Coleman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Here's 1st and 10.
10 yards. That's good for Bills. 1st down.
Now Allen. They go right back to Coleman. He's got it again. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. To throw is Allen. This one complete to Palmer.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Look wide, get this one complete. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's their punter now. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
The Jets offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball to 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kickoff when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because I just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field, a lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
Now the return. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery.
Recovered by the Jets.
They put Wilson in motion. On the give, this is Allen. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will slide to a stop. Well, a hydroplane effect there, but he does have the 1st down.
That's good for a Jets.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
They'll run. It's Hall. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Block in the back. Offense.
Now it is 1st and goal. In motion comes Lazard. On the ground, it's Allen. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 15-yard line.
They'll go with him again. And he'll be taken down. Let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes third and goal.
A gain of 8 yards. It's now third and goal.
Fields. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
And goal.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Jets will take a 3-0 lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as the season gets going.
Yeah, you know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. And Cam Ward goes #1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, I think you look at Ashton Genty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back, under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, the Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
That's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day one, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. But if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast and how big of a role on both sides they give Hunter early in his rookie year.
The Jets offense ready for this next possession. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the Passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets, Rams and Jags. They'll also play in London week 6 and 7. The Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing second and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss. It brings up fourth down.
Here's the punter now, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Bills offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Allen. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Allen gonna throw. Now screen gonna be set up for Davis. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
To the air on 3rd down, here's Allen. Thrown on the run, but it's off target. Behind his man, and that is incomplete. He's trying to find Ray Davis out of the backfield. And it's going to lead to 4th down. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, it is Allen. They'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. They get the 7th overall pick there, Armand Membu. In motion comes Lazard. Now Fields. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Elijah Vera Tucker played his college ball at USC. Guilty that time. Fields to throw. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Now, Fields. And that is incomplete.
Needless to say, there aren't many plays on the call sheet for that down and distance, so instead of doing something crazy and forcing a ball into coverage, he realizes that primary read wasn't there, throw this ball away, and puts an end to this drive.
Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. The Bills offense ready to get back at it. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Allen gonna throw on 1st and 10. He'll drop this one down to the fullback. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Throwing now, Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. That's complete to Coleman. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We'll come back to Metlife Stadium after this. 3rd down and 9. From the gun, throw here for Allen. A throw on the move is caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That pass play good for 22. Good for a Bills 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Bills.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 19 more on that one. And another 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
Throw once more. Here's Allen. He'll swing this one out to Cook.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To the air once more is Allen. And he's in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. That his 1st touchdown of the new year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills move out to a 7-3 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Jets offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He's going to tuck it and go.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard
Fields. A pass deep for Reynolds. He's got it. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
An 18-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets are back within 1. It's 7-6.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. So it is a 1-point game here at the half as we check in with Scott Hansen for our halftime report. Scott.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thank you. The rain, as you see, still coming down in sheets. We'll see how the coaching staffs adjust to the weather here in the second half. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Now it's Oz to the left. Here comes Hall. Up the sideline to the 40. Angling to the sideline. Inside the 35. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 73 yards. rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. Met back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short because they're going to stay out and go for two.
Will line up for a two-point conversion.
To throw is Fields. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for two is unsuccessful.
Anytime you fail on a two-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, this is Strong. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Bills offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Cook. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Brandon Stevens there to bring him down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Allen now on 2nd down. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
This one, returnable. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. Crazy. And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free. They get the former first-rounder Olufashinu. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. Carry now for Allen. And he's able to push his way forward. A gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd down.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Another run. And again, it's Allen. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down.
19-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd. Here's
Fields. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be fourth down. On comes the punt team now for the Jets. This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They'll go play action here with Allen. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding.
Offense.
Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. Looking downfield for Coleman. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's now second down and
20. Looking to throw. It's Allen. Here's a screen set up for Kincaid.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
That's to Kincaid once again. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
Here comes a return. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
34-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Another run here with Hall. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Damar Hamlin up for the stop.
36-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's
Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. On third down, it's Allen. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets.
For the Jets.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Brandon Stevens there to bring him down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
To the air on 2nd down. Here's Allen. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Bills, 1st down. A gain of 14. And the Bills, 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. The Bills bringing on the punt team. Here's Gibson to return. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Fields going to look to run this himself. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
This a design run with Fields. And he'll be taken down around the 29-yard line. 3rd and 7.
At the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Results in a fourth down.
We're about ready now for the punt.
McNamara in punt formation for the Jets.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
30-yard line.
The Bills offense ready to see what they can do. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Once again, it's Cook. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Bills first down.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards.
Ball carrier.
It was Andre Cisco there to bring him down.
7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. He'll check this down to the running back.
Allen's pass.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Allen. Looking downfield for Coleman. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. It's first down, and it's Paul. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
It's a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll go again with Hall. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd and 15.
Back to throw is Fields. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, well short of what he needed. And the punt team will come on for 4th down.
For the Jets. The Bills take over first.
The
and
Bills
10.
offense getting set to get back to work.
34-yard line.
First and 10, and it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Throwing now, Allen. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
Here's a first carry for the man from Kentucky, Ray Davis. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Tony Adams there on the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
He'll swing this one out to Cook. He's going to force his way for a yard or two, but looks like this one's going to be coming back.
Holding offense.
The Bills bringing on their punting unit. This is taken at the 25. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Jets offense ready to get back to work. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. Fields now to throw on first down. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off we go with the fourth quarter, and it starts with a run by Hall. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Oh, a loose football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away, because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week, ball carriers. We have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up 4th down. These are drive killers.
Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Bills offense ready to take over once again. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. Allen for the throw on 1st and 10. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. From the gun, Josh Allen. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding.
Holding. Offense.
From the gun, here is Allen. To the left side, into the hands of Moore.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll set up the screen to Cook. And this is not going to do the trick. Unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it leads to 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. We'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Jets offense ready to take over possession of the football. Start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down. They'll try to run for it with Hall. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short, and you come up with a big stop, taking the ball carrier down for a loss. Now you put yourselves in a position to hopefully get the ball back and give your offense a chance to go down there and take the lead.
On fourth down, out comes the punter. That is fielded at the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
Receiving team.
They go play action now. Here's Allen. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. From the 32 now, is 1st and 10.
And the Bills, first down.
Allen going to give this to Davis. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he's going to get first down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And he'll be taken down. They get 18 on that one. First down, Buffalo.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. On the handoff, it's Davis. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. Allen gonna throw. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give to Davis. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Allen. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Elijah Moore. Incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. The Jets offense back onto the field for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Fields. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll run it out of the gun. And it's Hall. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Fields now. He'll try to run for it. A gain there of 20. Good for a Jets 1st down.
That's good for a Jets 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that, but there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. To throw is Fields. They'll set up the screen to Hall. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Fields now on second down. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Third and a long way to go.
And 16.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Pushed out to his left. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on third and 16.
Yards on the play. And the Jets, first down. First and
In motion
10
comes
at the
Lazard.
40-yard line.
They'll run with Allen. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. But there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. In motion comes Lazard. Play action now for Fields. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Taylor, incomplete. It's now second down and 20.
Looks like a design run here with Fields. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. So it's fourth down. They'll call on the punt team.
For the Jets.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bills offense make their way out to take over once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. From the gun, it's Allen. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Well, they'll get the penalty yardage back here. Pickup of 10, and it will be second and 10.
A 10-yard pickup brings up second down.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. He'll step up and run this. And we'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. From the gun, throw here for Allen. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Allen on the keeper.
Time now. becoming a factor as we get to third down. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Fields going to look to run this himself. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Here's a 2nd and 12. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Here's Hall. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. The defense uses its second timeout here. And don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. 3rd and 11. Now Fields. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Now it's Allen. Flushed to his right. He keeps it himself. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down.
Here's first down. They'll drop to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's Allen to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. So, not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. A run with Davis. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
To the air. On second down, here's Allen. This one caught at the 4.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown. That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the 4th quarter.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Here is 1st and 10. Now, Fields. He's going to run it. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6. Here comes 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding.
Offense.
Now, on 2nd and long. They put Wilson in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down and 14.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. Looking middle, that's the tight end, Taylor. He'll be stopped here, short of the 1st down marker. Penalty flag is out as well. They will go ahead and decline that one and take the 2 points. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Only 1 timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here. They stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Allen down to a knee, and that should do it. So a road win here for the Bills. They get the victory away from home in the division. So valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.